What's up, y'all? Here I am in my comfy cozy robe I got for Christmas. I love it so much. Hold on. Oh my god, my husband keeps calling me and hanging up. It is so annoying. I'm literally about to turn off my phone. I'm filming really quick.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What type of filming you doing? Naked filming?
No, I'm filming the last little part of the makeup, letting them know to keep watching the video. So can I do this and call you right back?
What you got on?
Oh my god, bye. Oh my god. The finishing look was me with the dress on, but this is really the finishing look, okay? This is really the finishing look. After the dress, I want to put on my robe. I want to feel comfy, cozy. I want to be wrapped up, and I just want to be beat. That's how I want to spend my evening, because it is evening at this point. I decided to do my makeup and get myself together super late in the day. This was a recent look from New Year's Eve, and everyone loved it. Thank you all so much. But you all wanted a tutorial on this, and I think it was perfect genius, because it is like, this is the staple look you need in your routine. Everyone needs a good, not too dark, like, you know, brown, smoky eye. Everyone needs that. So let me show you how I achieve that. And if you're interested, please keep watching. First, to get some moisture on my skin, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Cosmetics Hydrating Coconut Mist. Next, for primer, I'm going to be using a luminous foundation for this look. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Cosmetics Matte Putty Primer. And for correction, right here along my lip and chin side area, I'm going to use the NYX Conceal Contour Correct palette. And for foundation, I am using the L'Oreal Age Perfect foundation, which I've been using this for a couple of months now. I normally go for the Fresh Wear foundation in Hazelnut or the True Match Lumi. I've been wearing that for years, and I just picked this up a couple months ago, and I really love this on my skin. But if you are matte or super oily, you might want to stay far away from this one. Next, we're gonna jump into some concealer as a base. Actually, you know what, back up, hold up. I got this concealer a couple months ago and it was the wrong shade, so I'm using it as a base concealer. It's the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue shade 22 in dark, and I don't know, I just feel like the coverage is awesome. Next, for the brightening concealer, I'm going to use the L'Oreal More Than Concealer. This is like my holy grail. You guys always see me using this. This is in shade Cashew. Here I'm using a few interesting brushes to blend my concealer. First, this Ulta Beauty blush brush is actually a blush brush I got in a set from one of my dear clients for Christmas, and I decided that it would be perfect to blend the concealer underneath my eyes. And also that smaller brush that you saw, that's also a eye brush from a set for eyes and eyeshadow. But I love using my brushes like these that aren't really meant for that. They are perfect for blending, you know, concealer in smaller areas of my face. Also, what I love to do is I like to take the same brush that I use for my foundation, and I kind of like to make sure that concealer is blended nice and seamlessly, if that is seamless, along my skin. I love doing that. It just really makes the skin look like skin. It doesn't look so contrasting, and it really helps the blending. Next, contour. I'm using one of my OG favorite contour products to use, which is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Beautiful Bronze. This was my first contour product that I ever used. In fact, before I started using this, I hated contouring. I never thought it looked right on me, and then I found this perfect shade, and I've just been contouring ever since. The brush that I'm using, by the way, is the Sigma Beauty F55. If you've been keeping up with me in my tutorials, you know that I love this brush. I love this one, the smaller one, and the larger one. They are both perfect for foundation, cream to contour to powder, everything. And specifically, I've been using the smaller one a lot lately for the contour of my face. And here I'm using one of my other favorite brushes, the Luxie Beauty Angled Shadow Brush. Again, this is another brush that's really geared towards eyeshadow, but I use it for the smaller areas of my face for contouring. And here you're seeing me go back in with that foundation brush that I use to just really go along and make sure everything's blended seamlessly. And what you just saw me do right there was cut my contour with some more of that Dose of Colors concealer. And I'm going back in with a little bit of ColourPop No Filter sticks. I'm grabbing a little bit of that in the brush to, add a little bit more contour. So all I'm really doing is just blending out, adding more, blending out, adding more until I feel like I have that perfect finish. I also didn't explain that before I do the eyeshadows, I'm actually doing the face. This is a different technique I'm not really used to. I'm used to doing the eyes first and then the face, but lately I've been really enjoying this method. I'm using the e.l.f. Cosmetics HD powder for my bake, and I'm doing an intense bake right before I start the eyeshadows. I'm going to be sweeping half of this bake away, and I'm also going to add the MAC NC45 Studio Fix powder plus foundation plus powder, whatever it's called. I'm going to be adding that along the contour, and here we are starting the eyes. Y'all don't hate me, but I forgot to press the record at the very beginning of filming this eyeshadow look. I am so sorry, y'all. That's the whole point of this tutorial, I know, was this New Year's Eve makeup. But if you want to see how the beginning of this look starts, you can check out my other New Year's Eve video on my IGTV. That look I actually did on live and saved all of the footage and did a extended IGTV video. But I'm gonna try my hardest to explain what's going on here, just in case of those who really don't mind at all. So for the primer, I'm using the Carity eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna pop that up here so you guys can see. And I'm only using one palette for this look. I'm using the JaclynHill Favorites. Is it the Favorites? Yeah, JaclynHill Favorites, right? The volume 1. I'm using just this palette for the look. I'm going to pop up this palette and show you guys all the shades that I use for this look. I swear I've only used like 3 shades. That's how easy, in my opinion, this particular look, whenever I do a brown smoky, I find that using one palette with the shades you need is like the best way to go. It's so much easier, and if you're trying to use a bunch of different palettes just to get this, simple brown smoky, it just makes it more complicated. So that is literally all I'm doing. I'm just going in with, I believe the shade is Soda Pop here, and I'm deepening the lid, but then towards the very end, I'm going to be lightening the lid back up because I don't like it as deep. So I'm gonna pop up the palette and all of the shades I'm using from this palette. You can also check out my blog as well. And now I'm just gonna shut up and at this point let you guys kind of see what I'm doing, and then I'll be back for more details since I kind of messed this up. Here I'm using the NYX glitter glue for my inner corner. Now I'm not using a glitter or a shimmer for my inner corner that much with this look, but I do love the way the glitter glue, specifically with NYX, it really helps the pigments stick. And I'm also adding that lighter brown shade on top, as I said earlier, to take down the intensity of that brown smoky. And here I am adding some gel liner to intensify my lower lash line area, which I love black gel liner. You could use dark brown as well. When I'm working with more fairer shades or more lighter shades, or girls who don't want heavily black liner, you can definitely use a deep brown liner as well. You could even use a deep navy as well. That would look really, really cute too. So this is the Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Liner in Black is Black. I'm using the Sigma Beauty E17 Waterline brush to attempt to put my eyeliner on, y'all. It is so hard. I just realized, like, I don't have a steady hand for this, or a steady eye. It is a struggle, particularly with this look, because I think I added too much baking powder, so it gave me more watery eyes this time around. But yes, again, when I'm applying my gel liners specifically for more natural looks, I love using this brush in particular. I find it the easiest to work with. It doesn't like stab me in the eye as much, but it is a brush that is getting old. As you can see the wood on it. I wash my brushes like crazy, and I've had this brush for years, so I'm not surprised at all that the wood is chipping. But like I said, this is a great brush for gel liner and applying liner. You guys have to get this. And in fact, this came in a set. I'm not sure, it was an eye set, so a lot of different eye brushes in this one, but you guys definitely need to get this brush right here. It is amazing. So this brush I'm using to smudge a little bit of the liner is the Dose of Colors brush. I got one in one of their eyeshadow palettes. That brush is a freaking amazing, by the way. Here I'm using a random brush. I got this, I believe, in an Ipsy set. I don't remember buying this brush at all, but I find myself using this one a lot. I use it for smudging my liner. I also use it for applying shimmers to the lid. This is one of those really great brushes. I have to find out what it's called or what it is, and I'm gonna pop up a picture or put it somewhere up here for you guys to check this brush out, because this is one of my favorite brushes, but I don't remember buying this. So I know it had to come from an Etsy bag, or like one of my clients gave me one of their Ipsy glam bags, which I love Ipsy and their glam bags for this reason right here. Every now and then you get a really, really good gem. So all I'm doing here is just smudging that liner as much as possible for a more of a smoky grunge look, I guess. But I'm gonna end up adding more brown, the same browns that I used for the eyeshadows. I'm going to use the same ones down below for the lower lash line, and I'm going to connect it all together. And yeah, let me get off here so y'all finish watching and see that. Here I'm about to start the brows. I'm cleaning them up a bit. I'm using the NYX Cosmetics brow glue. This is their new product that they just released a couple months ago. I actually got this in PR, and I love this. I love this so much better than the Got To Be. I find that this is just not as hard as the Got To Be, although I do love the Got To Be. It's my first love with using a brow gel, a hard brow gel to set my brows, but this one is really, really nice. So definitely head to your Ulta, wherever you get your NYX products, and definitely check that out. While I'm allowing my brows to dry, I'm going to go ahead and work on the lower lash line and add some of that brown shadow, the same brown shadow from the JaclynHill Favorites palette. I'm going to add that to the lower lash line to connect the shadows all together. This is just one of those things I like to do to just help the time move along. It's just, when something else is drying, you're waiting on something else to dry, you can work on something else. That's kind of how I move these days to, be more efficient in my looks. You feel me, sis? So now the brows are dry and I'm going back in with this L'Oreal Brow Definer pencil. Y'all, this brow pencil in dark brunette, you have to get it. I mean, seriously, I've tried just about every brow pencil out there, from the ABH Brow Definer pencil to the Brow Wiz to the Micro Brow pencil from NYX to the Benefit pencils. Oh my gosh, this one right here, my husband discovered this one for me. He brought it home after me. I don't even know what happened, y'all. He just randomly brought me this this eyebrow pencil home, and I don't know how the freak he knew. I don't know what happened, but y'all, this pencil right here, you have got to try this. I am just like floored at how amazing this works. And I used to love, like I said, the NYX Precision brow pencil. I've been using that, but nothing compares to this brush right here. I find that it just glides on my brows so smooth, so buttery. The price is amazing. We all know L'Oreal is drugstore, so this pencil was like $8. This is one I will be buying multiples of for all of my clients, myself. This is just, please, L'Oreal, don't change the formula. Don't change anything about this pencil. Okay, I'm moving on because y'all, I just gotta stop and just tell y'all how much I love it. Next, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Studio Brow Powder Duo in Soft Brown. This is a really nice brow powder. I got this probably 3 years ago, and it's definitely hit pan. It's almost I give it honestly another year and it will be time to replace it. That's how long this powder lasts. It lasts for so long, so it is definitely worth the splurge. I believe they're like $19, but they're definitely worth the splurge because, you know, they will last forever. And lastly here, before I add some concealer or, you know, clean up the brows, I'm going back in a little bit with the L'Oreal Brow Pencil. To clean up my brows, I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Conceal Correct Contour Palette. You guys saw me use this in the beginning for the color correction before my foundation. Now I'm taking the two top shades on the left. I'll pop that up here so you guys can see. But for this look in particular, it is a natural brown smoky, and I want my brow bone to look as natural as possible without me having to, and I don't want to put more work on myself. Typically when I add a shade that's much brighter than the actual shadow, I end up having to go back and add more shadows to tone down the brightness. That's why I love in particular with this look, working with this palette on the brows. Also, I find that since it's a cream based formula, like it's a cream, so it's easier to blend. It's not going to just drop all the way down on the shadows. Basically, I get more control with cream, and in particular with this look, it just looks a lot more natural. Now over here, we're moving to the top of the brows, and I can't stand halo brows. I loathe them, okay? And I've mastered the technique and how to prevent them, and that is just picking a foundation shade or a shade that's closest to your skin tone and applying it to the top versus trying to use that same shade I used at the bottom, trying to use that on top. I would definitely have halo brows, okay? And I'll pop that up here so you guys can see which shade that I used as well. Here I'm setting the brows with foundation powder. Normally I use baking powder, but this time I wanted to use foundation powder. No real difference in why I chose to do this. But now I am just blending the bake, and I'm getting ready to work more with the face, adding my foundation powders, contour, and blush. I'm also going to work a little bit more with the details of the eyes, and I'm also going to put the lashes on and the lips. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just allow this to play out because we're pretty much done with the eyes. And if I have anything else that I want to add or mention, I will definitely be back. These lashes that I'm wearing are from Kendra's Hair Boutique. My client came over for her appointment and just dropped these off because she doesn't wear lashes, and I love them. I think they're so super cute. Next here are the lips. Ulta Beauty has this is actually an eye pencil for your eyes, but I found the brown to be too light for my eyes. So instead, I'm going to use it as a lip pencil. And this is also one of the items I got from that beauty kit that my client got me from this original look. And again, if you want to check out the original look that I did from New Year's Eve, which is this look, but the original, you can find it on my IGTV on my Instagram. I'll link that in the description box below. For lipsticks, I'm wearing the Dose of Colors Mickey Mouse collab. During Black Friday, I was able to scoop up 2 more of these lipsticks from the collection, and I love them. I didn't get a chance to get the lip glosses. I was more focused on the glosses last time around, so I was really happy to get these lipsticks. I'm wearing shades 1928 and Forever. I'm also wearing their lip gloss as well. This is in the shade One and Only. For my highlight, I'm using the Juvia's Place. You guessed it, I'm using this again, y'all. I don't know why I keep reaching for this. I've had this highlighter for a couple years now, and I really do. Recently, I've just been reaching for it because it's just so easy and blendable, and it just works perfect with my skin. This is the Shimmering Loose Highlighting Powder in Nefertiti. So I'm finishing up here with the Dose of Colors Smokey Soiree palette. I like to add a little bit of shimmer down here at the bottom. These last little steps right here, I kind of think kick up the look and add a little bit more zest to it, including adding this feline liner to the inner corner. That I think is like one of my signature things I just love to do. I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in Blackest Black, and I'm also going to take the NYX brow glue, and I'm going to reshape or re-clean up my brows here. And that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this long. Like, if you made it to the end of this video, you are an OG. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I provided enough detail for you all. Please check out my Instagram and my blog for links to check out and purchase. And that's pretty much it. And until then, I will see you all in my next video. Thank you. See you soon.